Moyet. Just like steps, only more real. So, my virtual friends, shift those pixels and give us the rundown on who'll be fighting it out live from Manchester this evening. Back to 1990, Shirley Bassey. You'll see Maxine from 92, Patsy Cline. Back once again, Alison Moyet. The first of two Marty Pellows. Bobby Darren from 1995. Here's the second, Marty Pellow. Welcome back, Olivia Newton-John. From 1998, Neil Diamond. And this year's winner, Christopher. They're all virtually on stage, and in a moment they'll all be virtually on stage. Oh, hello, Raymond.
Matthew, love. 30 seconds and you're on. 30 seconds, Matthew.
All right. How'd you get out of here, then? Oh, I just think I've had a wibble. You know, the makeup's fabulous here. There's a very convincing noddy holder there. Lovely. Oh, and there's the lady responsible. That's Glenda, hogging it at her. And there's Michelle, who tells me to get on with it. And I'm going to come and meet the crew. And here they are! Have a fabulous show, everybody. These are all the people who will get us through the evening. Please, good luck, everybody. I'll see you out there, OK?
It's Stars in Their Eyes, Champion of Champions. Please welcome your host, Matthew Kelly.
Hello and welcome to the Stars in Their Eyes Champion of Champions, a unique opportunity to see 10 years of grand final winners going head-to-head, voice-to-voice and totally live to find the ultimate star of the decade. 10 years of stars, and what a way to celebrate. Just think of everything that's happened in the world during the first decade of Stars in Their Eyes. Gaza was caught crying, Jonathan Aitken was caught lying, and OAPs were caught spying. Man U did their first treble, Ollie Reed finished his last double, and Cliff Richard's still single. John Major and Stephen Gately were out, and the England cricket team were never really in. Arsenal went up the table, Liverpool went down the table, and Michael Barrymore went under the table. Politicians went environmental, the BBC went departmental, and Liam Gallagher just went mental. The Titanic went down, the Millennium Dome went up, and Bill Clinton went up and down whenever he got the chance. Well, 10 years. 10 years of new laws, trade wars, out-of-town chain stores, BSE and HRT and Swampy sitting in his tree, unleaded cars, Wonder Bras, and who'd have thought of life on Mars, Pierce scores, Branson saws, and 10 whole years of those famous doors. And now, to business. In our live final back in June, my cyberbabe sidekick, Hayley, was so cool, I've asked her back. You saw her, the rest of her friends in the Hall of Fame back there, and here she is, the digital dolly with the very vital statistics. Hello, Hayley. Yes, lovely, don't build up your partner. This is the Nerve Centre. This is where you'll get interactive and make a grand final winner of a Champion of Champions. This is where you'll find the numbers that you'll need to cast your votes. But there's something else that's changed over the first 10 years of Stars. The internet. A decade ago, surfing was something you did in Newquay, the net was there to catch fish, and people who got pleasure from a mouse were investigated by the RSPCA. But now, you can use that mouse to click onto our website and vote. But what's been happening to our champions since they walked through those gates of fate? Back in 1990, England didn't make the World Cup final, but this star made it to our grand final and beyond. But what happened after her show-stopping performance as Shirley Bassey? First stop Lancashire to meet the lady with the info.
My name is Maxine Barry, and I was the very first winner of Stars in Their Eyes as Shirley Bassey in 1990. My life has changed completely. I live the life of a star. I drive a beautiful car, I live in a beautiful house. My work is incredible. I was offered the chance to star on the show called Legends on the North Pier in Blackpool. And when I was told about it, I thought, oh, I can't believe this. So when I went to Blackpool and I was driving along, just by the Neath Pier, and there's a huge poster with me on. And I thought, well, Maxine, you have arrived. I was a little girl from Hayward, right, little working town in Lancashire. And now I go to functions, and I go on stage and and I'm going, oh, I know you, and I know you. There's heads of state, royalty, you name it, and I've worked in front of them. The song Goldfinger has always been a lucky song for Shirley. It was my lucky song for me on the very first show. And I'm hoping, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed, that it'll be a lucky song for me tonight.
Well, 10 years have passed just like that. It's great to have her back with her husband and daughter Nina in the audience. She's appearing as the lassie with the classy chassis. Tonight, singing live once again, Maxine Barry is Shirley Bassey.
You feel for a golden girl, knows when he's kissed her, it's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger. Pretty girl, beware of this heart of gold. His heart is cold. What you feel for a golden girl, knows when he's kissed her, it's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger. Pretty girl, beware of this heart of gold. His heart is cold. He loves only good, only good. He loves good. He loves only good. He loves good. He loves good.
Fantastic, fantastic. And for the first time ever on Stars in Their Eyes, a specially commissioned trophy for each of our champions tonight, because all of them are winners. It's a silver trophy, it's solid silver.
Yes. Real, it's real.
Oh, it's real, you can melt it down later, it's okay. You're fantastically successful, but I couldn't believe, look, she's shaking now. After 10 years and a fabulous career since then, how are your nerves?
Very bad at the moment.
I know.
It's just as though I've never been away.
But you are our very first champion. You were the very first winner on the very first heat as well, weren't you?
I was, yes.
And it's fabulous to have you back as well.
And it's wonderful to be here. Thank
You're
you so much.
sensational.
Thank you.
Like our live grand finals, it's your votes that will decide tonight's champion of champions. The lines aren't open yet, but if Shirley Bassey had the Midas touch for you, then make a note of this number, 09011 980001. And remember, the web is waiting to catch your votes for Shirley Bassey on www.starsintheireyes.co.uk. Ladies and gentlemen, Maxine Barry as Shirley Bassey. Okay, it's back to 1991. 16 weeks at #1 for Bryan Adams and 8th time married for Elizabeth Taylor. Bryan sang Everything I Do It for You. Elizabeth said, every time I do it for me. But back in 91, our second champion did it for us. Here's Bernhard Wenton with the story so far.
Ready? My name is Bernhard Wenton. I was on Stars in Their Eyes in 1991 as Nat King Cole.
In all of Mexico.
Oh, when I was announced as the winner of the final, I mean, I was just shocked. Because by nature, I'm the type of person, I couldn't win an argument ordinarily, you know. But there was a dramatic change in my lifestyle, you know. I was no longer a bricklayer. The following day after being on the show, that was it. Telephone never stopped ringing. Okay. Go to the shops, walk down the street, people pulling you up and wishing you all the best. Then the gigs, of course. Get to play with all these fantastic musicians. Musicians that have actually worked with Nat King Cole. One person in particular was Freddie Cole. Freddie's one of Nat Cole's brothers. It's made me feel good to think that my family are, you know, a little proud of what I do. I took them to the school. Was it the following day after I'd appeared on Stars in Their Eyes 1991 final? And the whole playground, I was like the Pied Piper. I was like the Pied Piper.
And the Pied Piper returns after 8 years, and his family have followed him this evening. Nat King Cole was a merry old soul singer, and tonight, singing live once again, Bernhard Wenton is Nat King Cole!
Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. Like a song of love that clings to me. thought of you does things to me never before. Has someone been more unforgettable in every way? And forevermore, that's how you stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Fantastic.
Cheers.
You're a top man. I know, isn't it nice? It's
thanks,
lovely.
Matthew.
And what a gorgeous orchestra as well.
I enjoy that immensely, Mr. Monk. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you, a personal thanks from me to the members of the orchestra and my dancers, ladies and gentlemen, Pip and Mark.
And perhaps you'd like to do the rest of the show as well. You're a top man, and you've got a great way of balancing your family life and your career as well. And I know you get a lot of support from the Glenn Miller Orchestra as well.
Yes, I do some lovely jobs with the Glenn Miller Orchestra.
And they sent you a telegram tonight.
Yes, wishing me all the best.
Top man. If you think that Nat King Cole reigns supreme, then here's the number to call: 09011980002. The lines won't home till 9:15, and there's still 8 more incredible performances to come. Ladies and gentlemen, Bernhard Wenton as Nat King Cole. Well done, Bernhard. Okay, time to go back to 1992. The Queen had an annus horribilis, fill in your own punchline. Princess Margaret wondered if she put her fag out when Windsor Castle burnt down. And the Tories won the general election. That's democracy for you. But sometimes democracy works. And you made Amanda Normansell a Stars in Their Eyes champion. Here she is back in mid Glamorgan to tell us what and who happened next.
My name's Amanda Normansell. I appeared on Stars in Their Eyes in 1992 as Patsy Cline. I was just 14 and just a schoolgirl, but since then I've now become a mum. I've got a 19-month-old daughter called Chloe, who's really great, and we have some really good fun together. When Leslie Crowther said, and tonight the winner is Patsy Cline, I just stood there with my mouth open for about 10 seconds, and one of the other people who I was competing against had to give me a sort of little nudge and said, "Go on, you've won," and it was brilliant. After I won the final and I had to go back into school, all my friends were saying to me, "Oh, you were on the telly, you were famous, you're a star." Since winning Stars in Their Eyes, I've travelled a lot and I've got to meet some brilliant people. And also I've recorded 3 albums, the latest of which won an award for Best British Country Album 1996, which was really exciting. When I was 17, I actually had the pleasure of meeting Patsy Cline's husband, Charlie. He actually told me that I was the nearest thing he's ever heard to his wife's voice, which is definitely one of the highlights of my career. I never ever thought that I would be appearing on Stars in Their Eyes again, because it's been so many years since I last appeared, and I really can't wait to go back on the show and see all the team again.
That long wait is over for Amanda and her family, but the pleasure is all ours. Willie Nelson wrote the song, but this country queen made it a classic. Tonight, singing live once again, Amanda Normansell is Patsy Cline.
Crazy for feeling so lonely somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love would hold you. I am crazy for trying, I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love would hold you. I am crazy for trying, I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving
Lovely girl. I can't believe you're a grown-up, honestly. And that baby is gorgeous.
I know.
Hey, but what about those CDs?
I know, the last one won an award as well,
I
which
know.
was really good.
And that's in your own right, too.
It is, yeah.
But you're still a fantastic Patsy Cline, you know.
Thank you.
There's your award.
Thank you very much.
She's got her champion's trophy, but will Patsy Cline get the champion's title? If you think so, then here's the number you'll need. 09011 980003. Lines open at 9:15, so find a way to start limbering up your fingers. Ladies and gentlemen, Amanda Normansell as Patsy Cline.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, every time we have a live phone vote, people always ring before the lines are open. So far, over 1,200 people of you have come. Right, so now, how can I explain this for the hard of thinking? Okay. If you try using the ringy thing to vote for your favourite singy thing before the clocky thing has a little hand on the 9 and the big hand on the 3, then the big beardy thing gets cross. Grr. So, put the ringy thing down, let the singy thing sing, and give the big beardy thing a break, OK? Right. We're back in a few minutes with our two champions from 93 and 94, so don't go anywhere. I'll see you then. Bye.
To really look after yourself, you have to eat well, keep fit, and take care of your skin. I wash with Sanex every day, a range of products specially formulated to help keep my skin healthy. It's soap-free, pH-balanced, and has added moisturizers. Sanex protects my skin from bacteria. It's suitable for everyone, even those with delicate skin. Sanex helps keep skin healthy.
So what are you going to do about it?
Every pack will now carry this warning.
Beware, baconated bacon may bring out the pig in you.
It's going to be a big night out. You've just squeezed yourself into your little black dress and you're looking great. The last thing you want is for something like this to happen.
That's why Shaw brings you their new invisible stick.
It keeps you ultra dry and will leave virtually no messy white marks. New Sure Invisible Stick. It won't let you or your little black dress down.
One reason people in the Mediterranean enjoy life, whatever their age, is their diet of fresh fish, vegetables, and olive oil. Olivio, join Club 18 to 130.
These flash wipes are great. You just pop, wipe, and throw away. Now, let's see that again. In slow motion. Oh, and you can now get them in fresh lemon scent, too.
Look, Sid, it's the fountain of eternal youth.
Shall we?
Amazing. Cool.
Welcome back to Stars in Their Eyes, Champion of Champions. We've already seen 3 champions, Shirley, Bassey, Nat King Cole and Patsy Cline. There's 7 more to come before your vote decides who will be our Millennium Champion. Tonight, we're going back in time from 1989 to 1999. So think of me as a kind of TARDIS, because everyone knows I'm a lot bigger than I look from the outside. Remember 1993? The Grand National was cut short in its prime. El Dorado was cut short in its prime. And John Wayne Bobbitt's prime was cut short. But our next champion made it to the finish line with no problems. Before she walks back through the doors, there's just time to relax with her biggest fans. Remember this face? It's Jackie Chan.
My name is Jackie Chan. I was on Stars in Their Eyes back in 1993, and I was Alison Moyet. When I won the live final, I was ecstatic. I was really nervous. And when they actually called my name, my legs went up in the air. I think I nearly showed my knickers. Stars has opened a lot of doors for me. Before the show, I used to be at home looking after the 2 boys, but now I go out to work. John's at home looking after them. He's absolutely brilliant. One of the best gigs that I've done was the Paraplegic Olympics, and seeing everybody in the auditorium was absolutely wonderful. They were dancing in the aisles and they were really rooting for me, and it was just incredible. Yes. When my children, Ben and Jamie, bring their friends round, the first thing they like to do is get the videos out and show their mum on TV how famous she is. It's amazing. But this time Lucy has been born and she'll be watching the show as well. But they are brilliant children, and they know the words too, all cried out as well. And they prompt me whenever I get it wrong.
Relax, kids at home and Mum and Dad in the audience. She's been here before and she won't need any prompting. Back as the girl with the soul voice that put Basildon on the map. Tonight, singing live once again, Jackie Chan is Alison Moyet!
Took your time, say goodbye this time. And the grass has grown 19